First of all, man, the DMs, the text messages, the phone calls, I got people pulling up at my crib. I got people coming up to me in my community. It's crazy. I will say shocking and a little bit scary, you know? All the people that came to me privately, like DMs, phone calls, and texts. There's nothing wrong with conversation. You don't have to agree or disagree with everybody on everything in the world, man. You know, you can have conversations about things, especially important things. There's nothing wrong with that. We don't have to hate each other, but then again, we don't have to be perfectly aligned across the board. That's the beautiful thing about life. Listen, these kids are very young. Can't they just go be kids? Can't they just be children?
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering. I hope you're having an absolutely wonderful day. The saying, you should have went for the head from the great battle against Thanos, or if you go for the king, you best not miss type of thing, is coming to mind with Nickmercs' triumphant return and the hilarious meltdown of man-child Hasan Piker. Following up is creating the perfect just mixture of happiness for all of us to enjoy. Now, of course, there was an attempt to cancel very popular Call of Duty streamer Nickmercs, and at some level it was successful. The people didn't like that he wanted to protect kids. They didn't like that statement. I'll let you decide why certain people would have a problem with that statement. I certainly didn't have any problem with it. And he lost some very important and probably lucrative sponsorships with Activision, who makes Call of Duty. Lost his own skin. He had like a customized player in the game that looked like him. Lost what looked like a co-streaming opportunity that he had for the Call of Duty League Championships. There's some real money on the line, and probably will never work with Activision again. People thought that even wasn't enough. Now, yesterday he returned to stream, where he gained 11,000 subscribers in a single stream. Now, if you're watching this on YouTube, you hear subscribers, you think like subscribe to YouTube channel. These are people who are paying $5 a month to support him. It is an enormous amount of money, financial support. At $5 a month, obviously that's 55,000. Streamers usually get half or two, and maybe he has a special deal. It's certainly $20,000 to $30,000 a month in support. Now, not all of those will renew, but it's absolutely insane. He had a very large stream, and if you notice, a lot of these streamers are deciding, hey, I'm not even going to play Call of Duty anymore. Whether it's Nickmercs, Tim the Tatman, Dr. Disrespect, these guys are three very popular streamers who all have conveniently stopped playing Call of Duty and are all playing Fortnite and Apex Legends, which are getting huge amounts of free advertising. And before we go into the more hilarity, just a quick reminder, Coffee Brand Coffee is my company. We have about 15 different coffees, flavored and unflavored. But I also wanted to highlight this week that we bought a K-Cup machine. We make our own K-Cups. These are our own blends in the K-Cups. And yesterday, we rolled out our Blueberry Cobbler K-Cups, which is our most popular flavored K-Cup. And it's on pre-order, and they'll start shipping in about 2 weeks. If you want to try our best-selling coffee in a K-Cup, I'll leave a link in the description. If you like unflavored coffee, our medium and dark roasts are unbelievable. And if the pre-order goes well, I will make sure I go out of my way to get 2 or 3 more flavors ready to go, so we can start doing some multi-packs so people can get a bunch of flavors at once. I think that'll be really popular. So yes, yesterday Nickmercs came back and streamed Apex Legends. Today he's playing Fortnite with Tim and Apex reps with a bunch of other people I'm unfamiliar with. But Deserto replies, Nickmercs gained over 11,000 subs during his first stream back. That's a lot of dimp. That's a lot of money. Nickmercs stands by controversial pride tweet and returned to streaming after Call of Duty skin removal. Now, if you don't know what a Call of Duty skin is, it's just a character in the game, and then it gives them clothes to kind of look like this actual person. FaZe co-owner and Call of Duty streamer Nickmercs came under fire recently in June for wanting to protect kids. Now, again, I think it's odd if you have a problem with saying they should leave little children alone. I think that it's very odd that anyone would have a problem with that statement. I think that says a lot about them. But hey, that's that they got to deal with that at night. Now he came back and streamed, and yesterday he returned and saying a lot of people showed their true colors. Said another positive in this mess. You get to see what people think about you. People who hate you, it's kind of like it gives them more ammunition to hate you. And I guess people that hang with you, they hang with you even more. He also called out Activision for removing his Call of Duty skin, arguing that he didn't say anything offensive. My manager's not going to want me to say this, but I got to keep it a buck. That's cool kid talk, I guess, for being honest. But of all the companies, Call of Duty, that's the company. Is anybody else bamboozled by that? I didn't even say anything. I keep thinking it's like they keep thinking it's like I went up there and gave a speech. Of course, referencing his previous stream addressing the matters, Nickmercs continued to state that his tweet was not meant to target the LGBTQIA people. How the F was this anti-LGBTQA? He said, listen, these kids are very young. Can't they just be kids? Can't they just be children? It's got nothing to do with that. Now, isn't that an interesting statement? This is what I was just watching Theo Vaughn and Roseanne's podcast, or all listening to it really. And, it's interesting to see, hear him talk about cancel culture. And he said something along the lines of like, regular people don't care about that. Only Hollywood does, and only people that want to be Hollywood do. And it's kind of becoming more and more true. I mean, 11,000 people signed up to pay him $5 a month in a single day. That kind of tells you, doesn't it? And also, who has a problem with leaving kids alone? Well, I don't know. I mean, there's always seems to be certain groups of people or certain people that have a problem with that statement. Now, I don't know who could possibly have a problem with that. I don't really know. So Nick's controversial tweet may have gotten removed from Call of Duty, but it also sparked a massive influx of followers. He gained a whopping 50,000 followers on Twitter amidst the outrage. Well, yeah, I mean, he gained more than that. I mean, you can see here, he's gained 82,000 in the last 30 days, and he was basically gaining nothing. In fact, he was losing followers month after month. This was a massive W for him. If you look at the number of followers he got in January, minus 410. February, minus 4,000. March, minus 6,000. April, minus 4,000. May, minus 4,500. And in June, 82,000. That's nearly the biggest month he's ever had in following anywhere. YouTube, he doesn't stream to YouTube, but he's been steadily growing on YouTube as well, picking up 30,000 subscribers. When again, May he had 0, April he had 0, March he had 0, February he had 10,000, then minus 10,000. Then 0. So his YouTube channel had been completely stagnant since basically 2021. Isn't that crazy? Since 2021, his channel had been doing nothing. But now, look at that. 30,000 in the last 30 days. So, I mean, this is an absolute W. Now, in terms of Hasan's whiny baby, so Hasan had something to say about Dr. Disrespect's marriage, which I think is that's some true beta energy, especially from a guy who isn't married. He's got something to say about somebody, a man commenting on another man's relationship. It's weak. It's the kind of stuff that'll get you smacked up in a bar or in a public event. But the internet has turned a lot of people into these fake tough guys, and so he had something to say about Dr. Disrespect. Dr. Disrespect, of course, responded and just called him a phony or whatever, which he is a phony. And then, of course, he's been melting down. He had a hilarious cope, right? So he launches a stream. Hasan further joked about Dr. Disrespect's further previous extramarital affair, which, by the way, was years ago, before saying, "I'm having fun with it. I don't care." The Twitch streamer then joked about the fact that Doc's anger towards him could be a prerequisite for getting a contract over on Kick. What? So he's like, well, yeah, I talked about another man's marriage I disparage another man's marriage on his anniversary, but the only reason he could possibly be mad at me is because he wants a Kick contract. I'm not sure that Dr. Disrespect is super excited to move to Kick either, to be honest with you. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't hold it against him, but I think he's settled in pretty nicely on YouTube, and YouTube has pretty nice revenue sharing. And he goes, it's not serious, chat. He's not actually going to fight me over a joke. Well, I mean, I could ask you, when are you going to fight Sam Hyde? But I suppose, I think that it's not a joke. It's a whiny baby, just beta comment. My speculation is it's a contract stipulation from Kick. Hasan added before busting into a fit of laughter again. They're like, you want to say mean things? You have to say mean things about Hasan, about how he sucks, and then we'll give you $30 million. And he did a more serious response a few moments later. He stood by his jokes. It's not a joke. I will own it. I stand by it. He continued. I'm not trying to deflect away from that. That I would say regardless, just like a million people have said it regardless. Like, I don't think that it's serious at all. Yeah, joking about another man's marriage is a big deal. And the only people that don't think that are morons. I think that it's perfectly valid. It's perfectly valid to make that joke. They're just mad. They're big mad. It really doesn't matter. Well, that's why you had to cope and seethe about it. And I think that, this guy has really speaks from a position of absolute idiocy. This is a guy that, remember when he did his bro videos on how to be a bro and how to pick up chicks? There's not anybody online that is more famous, but also more phony than Hasan Piker. His fans are 12-year-olds who, that's why, you see the guy, you don't see the guys, the guy has no fans other than other influencers that are, over 18 years old. You'd have to be an absolute child to think that, like, that's cool and based and a neat thing to do. And by the way, Dr. Disrespect's wife is not a public figure, so bringing her into it is a real bitch move. Pardon my language, but it is. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do make sure you leave a like on it and subscribe down below. And if you haven't yet, check out Coffee Brand Coffee's K-Cups. Promo code TheQuartering to save. And we'll get, hopefully the pre-order will go well and we can get other flavors rolled out. Talk to you again real soon.